Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Joel. Today I'm going to be doing a really crazy piece on this 18 by 24 inch Artist Loft canvas, so let's have a good time. Alright, this is going to be a really obscure piece. It's going to go in places I'm not expecting it to go, but that's what art is all about sometimes. So I'm going to start by getting my canvas black. We'll get that taken care of and I'll get back to you in a second. Alrighty, so I got my canvas, I let it dry overnight. I masked off the outside edges with some fine line masking tape. I'm mixing up my paint now. I'm going for fairly thick. I got some turquoise green and some turquoise blue. Put just a little bit of Floetrol in there and a little water, but it's pretty thick. So, and then I'm going to be using this Artist Loft Soft Body Black also. So what I'm going to do in this stage, is just try to come up with a cool background using these colors. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. You'll see what I do, and I'll get back to you once the background's done. Alright, so I have my colors applied to the canvas. Now I'm going to try to blend these. As you see, I have the turquoise green on the top, turquoise blue on the bottom. I'm going to try to do some type of fade. I don't know, I'm just kind of playing with it. So kick back and enjoy. Alright, so I decided I want to go with the circular pattern, so I broke out a different spinner. It's actually an electric one, and I'm sorry that this is out of focus, but my overhead camera just wigged out when I started spinning this thing. But anyway, I did a circular pattern, as you can see here on the ground, now that is dry. So I'm gonna break out this metal leaf adhesive size, okay? I get this off of Amazon, and I put some in my pendulum pour. Now, these are not the results I was expecting. I was expecting it to come out in a much smaller stream, and I actually changed my bottle out to make it a smaller stream, but it just didn't pan out. So this is what it is, and what I decided to do was go ahead and put the gold leaf on it. After the size dried for an hour, I just laid gold leaf on it. Now I'm wiping off the excess, but you can see what I have going on here. Again, it's still masked up on the edges, so I'm just removing the excess. Wherever there wasn't any size, it'll brush off. So I'm going to go ahead and get a brush, start brushing it, scrub it up. I'm adding a little gold leaf where there are some sticky specks yet. That's what I'm doing there. And I'm using my cell phone in one hand, by the way, just because my overhead camera was messing with me. So I'm just rubbing that gold leaf into the side so it sticks good. It's cool that you can see the texture of the circular pattern from when I spun it. What I did is I used a comb and a serrated spreader to get those grooves. Alright, so now that gold leaf is dried pretty good, I can go ahead and unmask the frame around the outside, and we'll see what that looks like. Alright, so here's a little close-up. As I was saying, I was not expecting to have so much of the size come pouring out to get such wide stripes, but I think it's kind of cool. I think it has kind of an Asian appeal to it. It's asymmetrical, but still balanced. It's kind of cool. So I decided I'm going to continue with the Asian motif, and I wanted to have some asymmetrical symbols down the side, but the balance of the piece is so good, centrally speaking, that I decided to have one large symbol in the center, and I'm going to make this like bright, brilliant, to make it stand out and try to jump off the canvas is the idea. Now this particular symbol is the Japanese symbol for the word love. So it was a single symbol, that's why I picked it, and I think it's appropriate. So what I'm doing now is I cut the stencil out myself, just drew the letter out and made this stencil, cut it out with a scalpel, and now I took some push pins to hold it down where I wanted to sit up, because I'm going to do a mist coat of some white so that when I paint red over it by hand, it will be brighter. So I'm going to spray this white just to get my image transferred onto the canvas. Then I'm going to unmask it and paint it with the brush. Alright, got her sprayed, time to unmask it, and we'll see our image. Got the three little shapes I have to remove yet with the razor blade. And then I'll be ready to paint it red, starting with red. Right, so I'm going to sit down here and take my time and paint this red. This paint is straight out of the tube. It is the brightest red I have, cadmium red, and we're going to try to get some really good coverage on this. And then I'm going to do a little outlining, a little shading. Like I said, I want this to pop, so I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. You can watch me do this. I'll get back to you in a couple minutes. Alright, I have my image pretty much ready to go, except for I'm not happy. It's a little too bright, the gold that is. And I'm going to remask my frame, and we're going to add some shading to the entire rest of the piece here. Okay, so hang on, you'll see what I'm doing. Alright, so I have some Artist Loft Soft Body Black. I got to water down a bit. I don't want this to be super dark, so I'm just going to brush a little on, see what I have, remove it, and see if I can get the effect I'm going for. I would like to see some of the black stay down in the recessed areas. So I'm going to see what I can do with this. I'm just trying to take the new off of it, so to speak, make it look a little more old and give it a little more authentic look, and I will be adding some shading. So I think this is the most enjoyable part to do for me. I think this is really fun, and it's do or die on a painting, really, on something like this. So kick back, I'll get back to you in a few. Alrighty, so here's the finished piece. I think it's really, really cool. I love the balance of the gold leaf. It looks good. The symbol just really jumps off the page, so to speak. And I got a few wall shots for you. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up likes button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Also got to thank those surf zombies for the music. They're awesome. I want you guys to have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Thank you.